The song California Girls by Katy Perry, featuring Snoop Dogg, was released in 2010. Katy Perry is known for fun, upbeat songs accompanied by creative music videos that differentiate her from other artists. The music video takes place in a dream candy land called Candyfornia, where the women are dressed as candy, which makes the video seem like it's intended for children, but it has several implications of sexual innuendo. This is illustrated through the visuals and lyrics. When watching California Girls through a feminist literary lens, it becomes clear that the women are made to appear powerful, but this is simply there to cover up their sexual perpetuation as they feed into the male gaze. The male gaze is the perspective of a typical heterosexual man's considerations as they are the intended audience for films and other visual media, characterized by a tendency to objectify or sexualize women. In California Girls, there is a common theme of infantilization is sexually implied in a gruesome manner which appeals to the male fantasy, thus making it appear like women should obey men like how children obey adults. Infantilization is the notion in which women are stereotyped to appear childlike and innocent, reducing them to an infantile state, which essentially empowers men. To begin, the album in which the song was featured in is called Teenage Dream, and Katy Perry's music demographic consists of primarily teenage girls. The video emphasizes the idea that teenagers need to be a freak and look desirable. She is additionally telling these impressionable girls that they need to wear and to be a desirable California girl, they need to have these outfits and perform sexual acts. The vision that Katy Perry is pushing on underage girls would appeal to the male gaze, which is to make the perception of little girls sexualized and encourage girls to fall under the male fantasy. Furthermore, the camera positioning of the women with their facial expressions and mannerisms have a clear objective: to make the women appear like children. Firstly, Katy Perry licks the ice cream looking up at the camera. The positioning of the camera angle is above Katy, showing the viewer that they are in a higher position than her, showing that the intended male view is to have authority over the woman. There is another instance where Katy is eagerly wandering around the lane of snakes. Snakes can be a symbol of fertility, as Katy is curious to explore that part of the lane, relating that to being curious of sexual relations. This innocence of Katy roaming around the snakes is a concept that is pushed by the male gaze, as they want a girl who is curious, which leads women to believe that what they desire is fertility. The women behaving like children can be a sign that women thinking it's never too late to enjoy your youth and have fun. Furthermore, these sexual intentions of the character roles demonstrate how the male gaze is to solely see women as inferior to men and that women need to be in an infantile state to be desired. The video's final example of infantilization is with the purposeful outfit change out of the candy dress, where the three girls become Girl Scouts. Girl Scouts are usually trying to help people out of the kindness of their hearts. The women are portrayed as clueless girls who think the solution to overcoming their obstacles is making the gingerbread man not angry, so the women give him a heart cookie. In reality, it did for them. They have beat the gingerbread man, but at the cost of being sexualized and using a childlike persona to get past the gingerbread man. Right after this occurrence, the women eat the gingerbread man. This can be a sign to show that the women are man-eaters. Man-eaters are women who are dominant, who have many sexual partners, and relating that to a Girl Scout. There is a male fantasy with the sexualization of the Girl Scouts attire to please the male view. The Girl Scout uniform is being sexualized with the short skirts and tied-up button shirts. This is gratifying for the male audience because it fulfills their sexual fantasies of women as clueless children. Additionally, examining how women are viewed and how they are seen as sexual objects in this video, the women use their bodies to feel powerful and conquer the California quest, but instead cater to the male perspective of what they want to see in the woman. Objectification is when people are seen as objects that can be combined with sexual intent. In the music video, Katy is on a journey on the candy lane where she meets multiple candy women who are shown as characters who join her after she frees them. For example, when Katy encounters the girl trapped in bubblegum, Katy needs to free her by popping the bubble, although this makes it seem like women are prizes that need to be obtained. There are several examples of this, such as the woman stuck in jelly that needs to get out, another example of the woman wrapped in plastic as Katy unwraps her. This can be seen as objectification because the women are put on display as treats, as something delicious, as they have their attire as treats and are packed as treats. This can represent that even though Katie feels as though she's accomplishing her conquest on her path, this contrast was what she really believes. This is a depiction of the male perspective, and that it is displayed that women are objects that need to be unwrapped or obtained. Moreover, the lyrics have a heavy suggestion of sexual objectification. Katie has sung the lyrics. There's a sexual objectification of her gender as she tries to demonstrate to the audience that boys will see women as something they need to find appealing and look at. Katie sings confidently, for which she thinks it is a compliment to be stared by boys. She even adds a unison part where she specifically refers to them staring as us being women. The sneak peek was purposely put in there to imply that boys want more than just a look. They want a subtle look at the girls, as if they know what they're doing is wrong. Women are shown to use their looks and to have power over the men, but instead they are just pleasing how men view women as nothing more than something used for sexual intent. This keeps women from knowing what they want and need to feel powerful, which permits men to place their views on women and making it so that women believe that is what they want. Furthermore, the type of weapons used by Katie to defeat the sugar daddy, Snoop, was whipped cream. On one side, they show her defeating the boss, which was an empowering moment because Katie did it all on her own. Although the placement of the whipped cream on her chest can resemble that women use their bodies to be in charge. This shows the male perspective that women can only hold power in bed. Ultimately, Katy Perry believes she's empowering women, but instead uses the objectification of women to appeal to the male perspective. The view of women as children was portrayed in horrific sexual ways. In addition to the fact they were seen as children, but the women are portrayed as mere objects to fulfill sexual desires of a man. Thus, it is significant to critically think beyond what is shown in a simple music video to see the hidden objectification in women in today's society.